Welcome to KAJN Talk. KAJN Talk is a public affairs presentation of Family Vision. Now here's your host, Barry Thompson.
Well, hello again. We're glad to be back with you with KAJN Talk, a public affairs presentation of KAJN Radio and Television, Family Vision Christian Television. And I have a friend with me today, a good friend, Billy Savely with Roofing Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
Billy, thank you for coming in and joining us on KAJN Talk today.
I appreciate the opportunity, Brother Barry. Appreciate the opportunity.
Our pleasure. Billy, roofing is an interesting business. It's a business that people don't normally think of unless they have a real emergency or something, that a leak or their roof is blown off or whatever. And how in the world did you get into the roofing business?
It was by chance and by a need. My background was the credit bureau. I was in the credit bureau industry for many years here in Lafayette, Acadiana, and got into the real estate business. I had my real estate license, and then saw Hurricane Lily blow through here, and saw the riffraff, if you will, just the fly-by-nights. And there was no integrity that I saw. And there's major corporations or major companies here that do commercial that have integrity, but for the local things, I saw a void there. And coming from the professional background, I knew I could fill that void. It was just a perfect fit.
Good. And the rest is history, as they say,
history, yes.
Because you hit a home run with Roofing Louisiana. You've done a couple of roofs for me,
yes,
matter of fact,
yes.
one for Craig and one for me. So we know from firsthand experience the kind of work that you do.
Yes, sir.
Billy, what are some of the problems that a person might encounter with a roof that would need to be taken care of? Maybe not the roof is blown off, but there'd be a leak or some
Sure.
other situations.
One of the major problems is various reasons, but aging of a roof. But maintenance is one of the things I'll point out is maintenance. Proper maintenance of a roof is so important, from leaves being in valleys or just in the gutters and backing up the water. Things such as that. If the homeowner is able to get up and blow off the roof or at least clean out the gutters, they should do that, and that will help maintain the roof. If they're not able to do that, we have a maintenance program with Roofing Louisiana where we actually charge a nominal fee. It's $200 a year, and we go out there and actually clean the roof off for you twice a year. And that helps maintain or give the integrity or lifespan to the roof.
Explain what happens when the drains on the roof are stopped up, the gutters. How does that affect the roof?
Well, what happens, it actually starts affecting part of the roof, which is one of the most important, which is your eaves. And what happens when water starts backing up, it's actually getting into your fascia. It's going over the drip edge into your fascia and soffit. And that starts compromising the actual decking of the roof, and obviously the first part of the roof, which is your starter shingles and shingles themselves. And then when a storm or a strong wind comes by, it can actually lift up the shingles and start causing a ripple effect, because once the first one starts going, it starts going up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's really important to keep those gutters clean.
Keep the gutters clean. Another thing is also when you're installing, the proper installation process. You have to install it properly, and that's going from using 6 nails, which is code here in Lafayette or in Acadiana. Below I-10, you have to have a shingle greater than 110 miles an hour, and closer to the coast is about 130.
Wow.
And there's certain components to a roof that makes it last longer than, say, 20 years ago. Different components and different technology has enhanced the longevity of a roof.
I'm going home and check my gutters today. That's a good idea. I'm glad
Absolutely.
that you mentioned
And
that.
be very careful on a ladder. I've done many studies on emergency room accidents from ladders, and it's true, from just homeowners, and them just simply get on a ladder, fall, and hurt themselves.
Well, Billy, if I do fall, I'll call you. How's that?
Call 911 first.
Yeah, right. There's some other things that you brought some props with you today.
Yes,
there's a problem that comes with a vent. Now, that's an interesting looking thing you have. What in the world happened to that?
Well, this is a lead jack. This fits over your PVC pipe for plumbing, and you see them. It's lead, obviously, and silver. But what happens? Squirrels eat this.
Squirrels.
Squirrels. So in school, you can see these little knobs on right here, and it's obviously not a perfect circle. They actually come up there and eat the lead. And I'm not sure what the end result is. I see them on the road sometimes. I think it's power lines, but maybe they're arcing off from the lead. I'm not sure.
Maybe so.
But again, they will damage your roof. And what happens here, now your PVC pipe is exposed from the inside when it rains, and now it's going on the outside of your PVC instead of into the sewage like it's supposed to, and then it starts deteriorating decking and sheetrock and what have you.
How often do you see something like that?
All the time.
Really?
All the time. And I wish there was a different product. There is not one right now. There's some good plastic, hard plastic, polyurethane products that actually they're using now that may exceed, surpass this in the future as far as them using it, as far as installing a different type of system. But right now, this is normally the typical type of plumbing jack, what we call lead jacks.
So it's a good idea from time to time to have your roof inspected because you may find something like this.
Absolutely. And part of our maintenance program is that not only cleaning roofs, we're looking for high nails. We're looking for issues like this to where we can silicone the top of it and make sure it's sealed. Again, a major problem is that foundation problems here in Louisiana. Again, shifting all the time. Well, your roof does not stay intact. It's going to shift with the foundation. So what happens in that process, you start having nails pop up. Proper installation, everything was great, but 2 years later, you have nails popping up. So a good maintenance program from a qualified contractor, as we are, to go up there twice a year, look at the roof. Even though we installed it just 1 year ago, let's go up there again and look at it. And that will maintain the longevity of the roof.
Billy, give us that phone number again where somebody could call you or a member of your company.
Absolutely. Our website is roofinglouisiana.com, and our phone number is 337-235-7663, and we call it 235-ROOF, so you can remember that pretty easy.
We have some more interesting concepts to talk about related to roofing and something that you're doing for the community. We'll take care of that in the next segment. Well, we're back with KAJN Talk and with Billy Saveley of Roofing Louisiana, a friend and professional. Billy, you're holding something in your hand there in your lap. Hold that up to the camera to see and tell us what exactly that is.
This is another component to your roof, and a vital part of your roof is ventilation. You can install one of the best roofs in the world, but if you don't have proper ventilation, it's going to cause all kinds of problems, from condensation in the roof to just proper, it's going to wear out the shingle or your roofing system a lot sooner. And this is called a ridge vent, and this ridge vent system goes actually on top of your house. And if you can see that on the camera here, but you can see where your ridge is in a home, and we actually cut open the ridge and place this ventilation system over the ridge cap. And this will actually, it works from convection. It's pulling from the soffit vents where you see those soffit vents, those little vents on your soffit. It's pulling from there and going actually pulling it out your house. Maintenance free, one of the best ventilation systems for a roof, especially if you have a large ridge line. And it just breathes for you.
Well, we see that. Sometimes I'll see that. I'll drive by our house. There are houses that are attractive. You need to look at them. And you see that elevation on the top of the roof, and that's exactly what you're talking about.
It's a ventilation system. It also accents the top of your roof. It's a beautiful system as far as how it does accent it. But more important, the most important feature of this is actually ventilating your roof constantly, maintenance free.
So this is something that everyone should have on their roof.
This type of system, or even see what you call the wind turbines, whirlybirds, wind turbines. Very good. There's power vents and mechanical things out there with motors, but I prefer something maintenance free, such as a wind turbine if you don't have a ridge line or a ridge vent.
Okay, great. This is very informative.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Now, there's something else that you do that I love. You give a roofing job away every quarter. I think it is. Tell us a little bit about that program and how you came about doing this. What motivated you to do this?
I guess just the sensitivity in my heart, where it starts from my mom, raising 6 kids alone here in Lafayette on 4 corners, and that's enough story right there. But I saw there was a need in the industry. I advertise in the community. I'm part of the community, but there's the part of the community that don't call us, that need our help, because I believe and I know that they can't afford it. So I saw that one time and I said, my God, no, we got to do something. There's something we can do, and I'm not sure what it was. And then it started, just festering. And then there was a time during this economic turn that we weren't even able to sell a roof. So I said, if I can't sell a roof, I'm going to give one away.
There you go.
Basically, that's how it started. And again, I believe it was a seed planted, and it just grew from there. At first, it was just funded out of my pocket personally, and I could see where it's expensive for a roof.
Sure.
But when you walk up to someone's house and you see water inside their in the light fixtures, it's a terrible situation. And you know that for a few $1,000s, we can take care of that, and the family is free from mold and mildew and water and possible hazards, fire hazards. So from that, the manufacturers kicked in. God blessed me 1,000,000%. Not only it wasn't coming out of my pocket anymore, they're saying, how can we help? Here are the shingles. Go find more people. And I see nationally now, the manufacturers themselves are promoting this throughout the country.
Oh, really?
Yes, to different contractors to start offering this.
Great.
It's just it's a helping hand. It's not a handout. And what I ask is that people go to our website, roofinglouisiana.com, and give me a story. Tell me the story of a family in need. It could be disabled. It could be a military veteran. It could be just someone that needs help. And give me their story. Let me look at it. And again, every quarter, every 3 months, I choose a family. And even I'll go as far as helping the community. Habitat of Humanity. We did 3 homes for them. So I'll try to do what I can. And I wish I could do that every day, but we're doing what we can.
You do what you can. You're sowing seed is what you're doing, Billy.
Yes, sir.
The scripture talks about sowing and reaping. And if you sow good seed, then you will reap good things, just to put it in the vernacular. And that's exactly what you've been doing with this program. Tell us again, right into the camera there, to our those that are tuned in today, exactly how they can get involved in this marvelous program you have.
I appreciate that. First of all, contacting Roofing Louisiana would be the first step, if you don't mind. Contacting Roofing Louisiana at roofinglouisiana.com, or even our phone number, we can direct you there, 235-ROOF-7663, 235-7663. And again, just let me know their story, and someone that needs a helping hand, and I'll be glad to look at it and see how we can help them.
All right, and give us that phone number again.
337-235-7663, 235-ROOF.
All right, that's easy to remember.
Yes, sir.
Billy Savely, thank you so much for joining us today on KAJN Talk. It's been informative and inspirational both.
Awesome.
We have enjoyed being with you today on KAJN Talk. Our guest has been Billy Savely with Roofing Louisiana. Give them a call and if you have any kind of roofing problem. This is Brother Barry. We'll be with you again next time.
You've been watching KAJN Talk, a public affairs presentation of Family Vision. Join us next week at this same time for KAJN Talk.